Waiting until dawn, Mrs. Part 1 continued. I couldn't believe the baby could actually be coming now. It was too early. Lucky for me, I had my strong, dependable husband by my side, and also, I was in the hands of a doctor I had known in ways that distracted me from the pain of my mild contractions. His smile still as cute as ever, among other things. Who knew this night would be one to remember above all others? Part 2 starts now. Dr. Hope's warm, soothing voice could melt butter in Iceland. Better, Denise? He turned and walked towards me as I watched in awe of him. He slowly rubbed my arm, then firm, but softly gripped it and leaned towards my face. All better, I whispered in anticipation. Immediately, Stephen entered the room, his face spoiled by what he was seeing. His gaze was so deep it was hard to tell if it was disgust, disappointment, anger, or all of them at once. What exactly is going on? He demanded. Dr. Hope was now fully standing and had withdrawn his hand and emotions from me as he started to explain. The baby is not quite ready to come. Wonder where he gets that stubborn side from? He giggled nervously and continued. Besides, she's only in mild discomfort, so we're going to wait and see. If we can hold off delivery, so she will be staying the night for now. Stephen demanded more answers. So she will be released in the morning if the baby isn't ready, or do we spend the next 3 weeks in the hospital? My stare shot to Stephen. How could he be so cold right now? His tone was dry, short and not the one of the Stephen that I love so much. Well, we will have to wait and see, the doctor explained, if Denise starts having contractions again and continues to dilate. She has a while to go before she is ready. The main practice here is caution. This pregnancy hasn't been easy and we don't want to risk any complications. We want her comfortable and taken care of. She'll stay the night under observation. By the end of that phrase, Stephen was taking paced steps right towards Dr. Hope. And whose observation would that be? Mine, the nurse's. Hope's voice got higher as he cleared his throat. Just the hospital? Yeah, Stephen asked as he came closer. Dr. Hope backed up and asked, what does that even mean, man? Stephen stopped right in front of him. It means she needs a real freaking doctor and not some heart-broken schoolboy trying to spend a night with a woman in labor. Dr. Hope just peered at Stephen blankly. You could see the anger spoil his face. A thick wash of clear, glossy syrup coated his eyeballs and turned pink. He pushed his lips together and then almost instantly dropped his expression. He glanced down at me and turned to walk out of the room. He then stopped in the doorway. I was speechless. I didn't quite understand what had just happened. I'm not sure I wanted to. And besides Stephen, Dr. Hope said, sneering, there's just not enough room on that bed for what me and Denise had. You jerk. Stephen let out from between his teeth and made a dash for the doctor. No. I poured out in a desperate plea to stop what I had let go too far. It was too late. The last thing I saw was Stephen grabbing Dr. Hope by the collar and pulling him to the ground. That's when the pain hit me. It was like a 1,000-pound boulder crashing into my pelvis. I sat straight up and clenched the bedsheets. Then my head began to swarm with clouds. Mommy, I'm here. I heard him mock me again through the pulse of the monitor. I screamed back at my son and passed out. My poor baby. Who is going to tell her? She'd be devastated. She waited so long for this. Stephen, you do it. I'm her mother, but I just can't. The words hit my ears, muddled by confusion. My mouth felt so heavy, too heavy to ask any questions, that my first thought was my baby. She understand? Stephen told my mom. Don't worry, it's her job to understand, and she is a master at acceptance. Stephen's voice was so calm, uncaring, almost cold, and gave me the strength to lift my lips. Where is my baby? I seemed to whisper and repeated it to make sure I was heard. Will you stop screaming? My mother interrupted. She's in the nursery. She's gorgeous. My mother smiled wholeheartedly and grabbed my hand. I hadn't seen her this happy or affectionate since my classmates named her Mother of the Year in that third-grade rigged election. She's alive, I said, smiling as tears began to pour from my eyes. She? I asked. This was my mother's clue to start up again. The doctors aren't always right. Plus, you were carrying low, and I told you that was a sign. Plus, at the baby shower, I put a pink ribbon and a blue ribbon on the chairs, and you always sat in a pink ribbon chair. That was my sign. Your mother needs no sonogram machine to do what people have been doing for ages. I interrupted her rant. Mom? Yes, dear. I placed my fingers over my lips. Shush. You, my mother let out in disgust before she carried on. And I thought you would be devastated. It wasn't a boy after all your nursery decorations, names, and just to think I was going to comfort you. My mother grabbed her bag and left the room. Stephen sat silently while my mother and I bantered back and forth. I could see he was weighed down with thoughts. His boyish eyes looked now of those of a grown man, a husband, a father. He was no longer the 24-year-old bright-eyed, optimistic young man I had married. Time and realization had sobered his ambitions. Stephen worked 9 to 6 p.m. 6 days a week, came home, spent time with me, always checked in on my day, helped cook dinner, rubbed my feet, kissed my forehead, and massaged my dreams. Yeah, he loved me. And I loved him too. Denise, I love you. He began, we have been together for a long time, and you are my life. You are my family. And now we have created a family. We have a beautiful baby girl, and I promise to love her in ways I never have known possible. I want to start over today with a new day. Just forget the past, write a new story of our life together. I really want to forget the past, and I am willing to forgive you, but we have a lot to discuss. I looked at his saddened gaze. I know. I should have told you. I'm sorry. I assumed you never wanted to know. He stopped me mid-apology. I didn't think I did either. It was a long time ago. For now, let's just enjoy our child. His truth poked at my lies, if only he knew. The nurse entered the room with our new bundle of joy. No career or man could compare to the feelings Stephen and I shared this day. As I looked into my daughter's eyes, I saw everything my marriage represented. From the day Stephen had asked me to marry him to this moment. Dawn, I said. What? Stephen asked. That's her name. Dawn, I smiled. I like that, Denise, a symbol of our new beginning. I can't wait to sign her up for ballet. My face squirmed as I shifted my glance to Stephen. Our little league, I let out. Stephen looked shocked. What? I thought you hated sports. I smirked. Sometimes you misjudge things, plus it doesn't hurt to try. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share for more stories. Check out part 1, Waiting Until Dawn, and our series, Where My Girl's At, for more stories.